Thanks, everybody. First, I want to thank my friend Glenn and Lisa and Yael for inviting me up here to give you my story and tell you a little bit about me and the whole Adapt Your Life. And, of course, Dr. Westman, who doesn't even know me from years and years and years ago, but he was one of the, somebody was saying, he was one of the first names that I saw, and it showed up, and I literally wrote him an email, and lo and behold, he responded, which motivated me even more. So I just want to go through my entire journey here real quick. I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Going Gonzo Keto Diet. And there's a lot of videos. And it tells you everything that I've done and everything that I've tried and everything that I've followed and a lot of tips and tricks and stuff like that. But I'm not going to dwell on that too much. I was in the Marine Corps. Thank you. It's such an old picture, though. I even won the award, Most Physically Fit Marine Award at one time. So that was also a long time ago. And that's me on the top with my platoon. I was a platoon leader at the time. So, and then, of course, I went through all my injuries in my life, and you know, I could list a lot of them. Like, I bit my tongue off, I broke my back, I lost my leg, I hyperextended both of my elbows and fractured them, broke my right hand, ripped my right eye out. Like, I've been through the ringer, and I'm still hanging in there for some reason. And the thing is what I want to get to today is today you're going to learn what to eat and when to eat, and that's important. Okay, and it's going to help you with the ketogenic diet. It's really going to help you. But the question is, and like people are saying, but stick to a diet that I could stick to eating carbohydrates. They're addictive, and sugar. And it's not hard, you know. That's terrible advice. You just stick to something you could, you know, eat something you stick to, or a well-balanced way of eating. Like, what's balance? None of these advices ever made sense to me. So, but the real question is why? Why are we eating this way? And what came out for me was depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, a lot of things that aren't really thought about with the ketogenic diet, autism, ADD, ADHD. A lot of these things, people, they hit a little bit, but they don't talk about it enough, okay? So for me, I want to talk about it a little bit more. PTSD it's not just military, okay? We're 10%. That's 10% of all the people with PTSD. And then you end up with things like depression and stuff like that. But all these things cause post-traumatic stress, abuse and molestation and car accident. You could see it. You could see it happen. It can happen. And you may not even know it, but you have it, okay? The depression part that I suffered from, I didn't know it was like the chicken and the egg. Was I depressed because I gained a lot of weight, or did I gain a lot of weight because I was depressed? I haven't yet to figure that one out. But like the ketogenic diet does help with anxiety. I probably couldn't be up here before I started this diet. There's no way I would have got up here and talked to you guys. No way. But there's studies all the time focusing on PTSD. It just has to people have to talk about it. The depression part. There's too many suicides out there. You know, people always know that the PTSD or the depression part, there's 22 veterans a day, you know, committing suicide. But there's 3,000 people a day worldwide killing themselves. That doesn't make any sense. There's one person that kills themselves every 40 seconds. And could it be that we're all eating this bad? Maybe. It's not, you know, that was me. So, I was a big boy there. Yeah. And that was me. That's not the worst picture. That was the only picture I found that I had pants on. I took a lot of before pictures just in boxers, and my wife thought, well, geez, I'm so you know, it's so great that you could just show people you in your boxers. And I didn't want to do that to everybody here, but those were my larger pictures. Yeah, so it got really bad. Just bad. So people ask me a lot of advice. They say, well, what do you eat? I just say, or what do you do? I just say, stop eating crap. And it's pretty easy. Don't eat the carbohydrates. Don't eat the refined sugars. Stay away from the artificial foods, like Dr. Simmons said. Stay away from processed foods. Just stay away from them. It's not that hard. Don't try to make the ketogenic diet harder than what it really is. It's just stop eating the crap. And that's what I did. So there were a pair of shorts right there. I almost can fit in one leg of those. It was just crazy. I was working out, changing. That one other picture to this one, to me, it was just a big difference. And I like the working out part only because it relieves a lot of stress for me. I don't recommend working out because, like Dr. Simmons said, it will create a lot of cortisol, but you need a way to get through it. You need a way to get through it. The other thing is that don't always expect to look in the mirror and be so happy with how you're changing and how your looks and how you're losing weight, because the ketogenic diet is not just about weight loss. You have to look in the mirror and know that you want to love yourself, all right, and respect yourself. Once you start doing those things, you're going to succeed more in this diet. It's going to get easier and better. But the ketogenic diet will fix you from the inside out. The low-carb, high-fat diet, it doesn't just reduce fat. It helps with everything. Oh, no, there it is, like that. It helps with all these things, like we said. You've learned weight loss and all these diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, stuff like that. But like I said, it's going to help you on the inside out. So, yeah, that's my logo.